Welcome to the DCTV News at Noon program. I'm Kendra Cook. Dolores County Broadcasting Network is the producer of DCTV with support from the Southwest Colorado TV Translator Association. If you have a news topic or event that you would like to see covered, give us a call. The studio number is 970-677-4119. Today's show runs Wednesday at noon and is uploaded to our YouTube channel and our DCTV News at Noon Facebook page so you can watch it on demand. Today is June 5th, 2019, and now the news at noon. Reported in the Journal, photo San Miguel County. A man has been arrested in Nashville, Tennessee on suspicion of 4 burglaries last month west of Telluride in Placerville and Sawpit, Colorado. Michael Grand, age 30, was arrested May 29th in Nashville by undercover police officers who were staking out the home of a woman who was believed to be his girlfriend, that according to San Miguel County Sheriff Bill Masters. Grand is suspected in 2 burglaries at the Sawpit Mercantile and M&M Mercantile in Placerville that occurred between 1:35 and 1:55 a.m. on May 20th. The burglaries led San Miguel County Sheriff's Office to alert the public to be on the lookout for the suspect, who was described as a stocky white man about 6 feet tall in his mid to late 30s with dark hair and a beard. The description of the suspect was obtained by owners of the M&M Mercantile in Placerville who live above the store, Masters said. The couple heard noise and went downstairs, and when they encountered the suspect on May 20th, the husband fired several shots at the fleeing vehicle, and at least one shot was believed to have hit the vehicle based on remnants left at the scene. Quote, "You should never do that," and the suspect wasn't hit, Masters said, of the gunfire. Based on the remnants from the truck left in the parking lot, the suspect was believed to be driving a 2010 to 2015 white crew cab Dodge pickup truck. The May 20th burglaries were the second in the past month at Sawpit Mercantile and the M&M. Deputies are investigating a burglary at Sawpit Mercantile believed to have occurred between 11 p.m. and midnight on May 8th. The M&M also suffered a burglary after May 8th Sawpit incident and before the May 20th incident, when the owners had their run-in with the suspect. According to the San Miguel Sheriff's Office, Grand will be advised of multiple criminal charges against him in Nashville and San Miguel County. Masters said surveillance photos of the suspect placed on the San Miguel Sheriff's website led to tips about where the suspect might have been employed in Telluride. A bar where the suspect was believed to have worked reported the man failed to show up for work and that he had mentioned he wanted to visit his girlfriend in Hays, Kansas. Masters said the suspect appeared to have abandoned the pickup in Hays. However, Hays police believe they stopped the suspect with a woman in another car and had addresses for both parties. The woman's address was in Nashville. Masters said Nashville police staked out the woman's address, and Nashville officers arrested Grand when he stepped out of the woman's home to smoke a cigarette. Masters said the man is wanted in connection with numerous burglaries in Nashville, and he is expected to be tried for those burglaries and, if convicted, serve his sentence before he is extradited to San Miguel County. Masters said it could be years before the man is extradited. Quote, "I don't really get it," Masters said. "He was not getting much out of either of those 2 places. He did more damage than anything, and it's not like they're high-volume stores." From the Journal and Gallup Independent, photo Vita Volkert. Ranchers in northwestern New Mexico suspect toxic plants, often used in Navajo and Hopi religious ceremonies, are responsible for the recent deaths of more than a dozen cows. At least 15 cows from different herds in the Shiprock area have died of a mysterious illness in the past 3 weeks, the Gallup Independent reports. The ranchers say the purple plant, known as the tall mountain larkspur, is the likely cause. The plant, found in New Mexico, Arizona, and Utah, is growing in abundance on the range thanks to unusually wet weather. It is used as afterbirth wash. Navajo botanist and geologist Arnold Clifford said the plant is toxic to cows because of its high concentrations of alkaloid. And because the Shiprock Range is nearly devoid of forage, cattle tend to supplement their diet with any plant species just to fill their stomachs, he said. Ranchers Reginald Yebeni and his son Waylon of Mitten Rock said Wednesday they have lost 3 cows in less than 3 weeks and have decided to keep the rest of their herd penned up until more information about the toxic plants becomes available. The Jims family saw a post on Facebook about the possible toxic plants that may be killing the cows and started pulling out as many purple flowering plants from the area where the cows graze. The family later found out that they were pulling out the wrong blue flower plant. Quote, "I saw an advertisement going on and I noticed they are growing everywhere," said Jolene Jim of Shiprock. "On top of the mesa you see nothing but purple. I know some of our relatives were up there pulling them out." Clifford's recommendation is to keep the cattle penned up until the flowers die and the plants are no longer desirable for the cows. In a way, the holy plant people are probably sending us a message by increasing their numbers to cause these hardships in order for livestock producers to have more care and respect for the land, he said. Maybe we need to let the the rangeland's rest for several years. On a side note, in our local area, the familiar loco weed, the dark blue-purple flowering plant, has popped up all over and is lethal to cattle and horses if they consume enough of it. The leaves are small and equally spaced up the stem. Do your own research to identify the weed and concerns, or contact your local CSU extension agent or weed agency for more specific details. A flood advisory has been issued for the La Plata River near Hesperus as rising temperatures and increasing snowmelt have pushed the river towards flood stage. Reported in the Durango Herald, photo Jerry McBride. The National Weather Service in Grand Junction said flows along the La Plata River will remain near to slightly above the bank throughout the rest of the week, with the possibility for minor lowland flooding. As of 7 a.m. on Tuesday, a river gauge measured the flow of the La Plata River at 5 feet. A flood stage for the waterway is considered 5.5 feet. The NWS urged caution for anyone walking near the river and advised people to avoid flooded areas and unstable riverbanks. Streams and rivers across southwest Colorado are on the rise this week as snowmelt in the high country of the San Juan Mountains begins to melt in earnest with the arrival of high daytime and overnight temperatures. The Animas River in Durango was flowing at about 1,500 cubic feet per second on Saturday. As of Tuesday morning, the river had reached more than 5,000 CFS and is expected to peak around 7,000 CFS later in the week. Butch Nalton, director of the La Plata County's Office of Emergency Management, said on Monday that the Animas River begins to spill out onto some areas of the Animas Valley at around 7,000 CFS. And now let's take a look at that local weather. Yes, the weather has been interesting. We continue with today expected to be mostly sunny with a high near 75 degrees. North-northeast winds 5 to 10 miles an hour. And tonight mostly clear with a low around 50. Light breeze continues, which is helping with the bugs, which have now started to come out amongst the high weeds. And Thursday, where we were supposed to have a chance for possible thunderstorms, it looks like that'll miss us with sunny skies now predicted and a high near 79. East-southeast winds 5 to 10 miles an hour. Thursday night partly cloudy with a low around 52. Light winds shift west, but those winds pick up for Friday. A mostly sunny day with a high near 78. Southwest winds 5 to 10 miles an hour, increasing 10 to 15 miles an hour in the afternoon with gusts to 30 miles an hour. Then Friday night mostly clear with a low around 50. These overnight temperatures are feeling more and more like summertime, and a fantastic weekend to enjoy the heat and sun. Coming up, Saturday sunny with a high near 76. Saturday night clear with a low around 46. Sunday sunny with a high near 75, and Sunday night partly cloudy with a low around 49. And into next week we start off with a not too shabby Monday, mostly sunny with a high near 77 degrees, and Monday night partly cloudy with a low around 50. And now back to the news. Reported by the Journal, photos Jim Imiaga. In more water news, the Dolores River and its West Fork tributary are running high and fast, but are not at flood stage, that according to officials. The Dolores River at Dolores was flowing at 3,340 cubic feet per second as of Tuesday, or about 200% of normal. Flows have been steadily climbing since June 1st, when it was running at 1,400 CFS in town. A warm weather spell has triggered a rapid increase in snowmelt from the high peaks of the Dolores Basin. Snowpack stayed in the mountains longer this year because of a cool spring and above average snowpack. Flood stage for the Dolores River in town is 8 feet, and Tuesday morning was at 6.07 feet. Quote, "We are monitoring the rivers very closely right now, and there have been no major problems," said Montezuma County Emergency Planner Mike Pasquin. The Emergency Operations Center is on standby, and the public will be informed in advance of flooding hazards, he said. There are no evacuation orders. This week, the Mancos and La Plata rivers were put under a flood advisory by the National Weather Service until further notice. An advisory means the public should have a heightened awareness of rivers running high and fast. The flows along the Mancos River near Mancos will remain near or slightly above bank full through the week, and there can be lowland flooding, said Weather Service hydrologist Aldous Staunton. At 1 p.m. on Tuesday, the Mancos River at Mancos was running bank full at a height of 5.1 feet and is expected to rise to 5.4 feet Wednesday. Flood stage for the Mancos River, as we reported earlier, is 6 feet. As of 7 a.m. Tuesday, a river gauge measured the flow of the La Plata River at 5 feet, and the flood stage for that waterway is 5.5 feet, as we said. Caution is urged when walking near waterways. Avoid flooded areas and unstable riverbanks. Landowners, farmers, and ranchers should be moving equipment and belongings away from the riverbanks. And as a precautionary measure, sandbags have been delivered and are being pre-positioned in Dolores and Mancos, Pasquin said. They will be made available for the public to protect residences and businesses as needed. Information on where to obtain the sandbags is forthcoming, he said. Currently, the Dolores and West Fork rivers are within their banks, said Montezuma County Sheriff Steve Nowlin. Quote, "There's plenty of room still," he said. "We are watching and monitoring and will alert the public if there are major changes. We have people along the rivers who will call us if they see major changes. Rafters should be aware of debris such as logs in the rivers. Some private bridges might not have clearance for boaters to pass underneath." Nowlin said there are 2 low areas on the Dolores River along Road 37 that are prone to flooding at high water. Residences have been contacted and precautions taken. Creeks in the mountains are also running high and are crossings from some forest roads. Drivers should avoid crossing flooded roads. Groundwater levels are also high this year and have overflowed onto the surfaces. The San Juan National Forest officials are in contact with the West Dolores and Mavriso campground hosts should flood hazards prompt closures or an evacuation. And reported by DCTV, Kendra Cook, photos Kendra Cook. The river is flowing on the lower Dolores, and although the rafters are awaiting that next release around June 7th, the river continues to keep a steady, swift pace. This past Sunday, there were no boaters to be seen. However, a group of local adventurers and Pick and Hoe supporters enjoyed the winding trail along the river last Sunday as a local P&H entrepreneur held a fundraiser poker river run for side-by-sides. Cheyenne Venturella graciously agreed to coordinate the run, meeting at the old shooting range late Sunday morning. Participants can buy poker hands. Part of the money then goes to the first, second, and third winning hands at the end, and a larger part goes towards the charity of choice, in this case the Pick and Hoe funding for the 64th annual July 4th celebration. With 16 rigs of various shapes and sizes, the first cards were drawn by picking them up in a sealed envelope. The beginning part of the run takes you through the dirt road, which right now is spotted with mud puddles and also of varying shapes, sizes, and depths. Once at the gate, the rocky climb provides breathtaking views of the river below and skilled navigation along the scree. Coming around that top corner, the trail downhill hosted a mid-trail boulder that made a squeeze pass part of the day's excitement. Traveling towards the first river crossing, the grasses and wildflowers are out in abundance, creating one of the greenest scenes in a long time. More rocky ups and downs, and the group assembled at the water's edge. Though perhaps 3 feet deep all the way across, the strong current encouraged maturity to prevail and make this the turnaround spot. On the return trip, the largest side-by encountered a freak tip-over with no one being injured. The recovery to right the vehicle took a little maneuvering and the winch from another rig on the hill above. By the end of the day, most of the participants, from young children to grandparents, were either splattered or covered in mud and dirt, all sporting broad smiles as the poker cards were assessed. The winners were given their prizes, and some of the money was donated back to the cause, such that the overall $800 plus was raised for Cheyenne's adult category entrepreneur efforts. The Chamber of Commerce would like to thank everyone for their participation and hard work at having such a fun time. Oh, and raising money to pay for the pigs and such. Perhaps this can become an annual early June tradition. And there's another road-based poker run coming up June 29th, starting at the Sinclair and ending at the state line, raising money for Pick and Hoe. Contact Cheyenne at the state line for registration and details, 970-677-2649. And today's High Canyon Country happenings. June 7th, said to be the official after-party of the rodeo, Vanishing Breed will be performing at Blondie's Trophy Room in Cortez starting at 9 p.m. Fireball Whiskey promotional girls all the way from Denver will be there, and of course there's no cover charge. Come out and party with the girls and score some great deals and door prizes. Plus, they will be taking entries for 2 general admissions to Turnpike Troubadours concert at Red Rocks on June 18th, 2019. And also June 7th, the 6th annual Rob Yates Memorial Golf Tournament at the Conquistador Golf Course in Cortez will be starting at 7 a.m. Rob Yates lost his life tragically in an avalanche on March 5th, 2014. Rob was the Ute Mountain Roundup Rodeo chairman at the time of his death. Rob's ultimate goal for the rodeo was to make it the best small market rodeo possible. He was an integral part of the roof being purchased for the outdoor arena and other improvements to the Montezuma County Fairgrounds. He was one of the founders and chairman of the Ute Mountain Oil Classic Golf Tournament, and as well as spending time as a leader for the Montezuma County 4-H program and the junior livestock auction at the Montezuma County Fair. Rob's family and friends are passionate about continuing Rob's legacy through this golf tournament. Your $100 sponsorship will benefit the Ute Mountain Roundup Rodeo. And then Saturday, June 8th, starting at 9 p.m., Blondie's presents Bubba and the Red Rock Outlaws. When the Cortez Rodeo ends, the dancing begins at Blondie's Trophy Room in Cortez, Colorado. Right on Main Street, Bubba and the Red Rock Outlaws out of Moab will be performing some real country and a bit of rock rock and roll. Come hang out and finish off Saturday night right after the bull riding. And all of these happenings are posted on our DCTV News at Noon Facebook page, along with our YouTube channel, on-demand replays, weather notices, original stories, and local posts. To share your event or information, you can contact us by email, dcbnnews@gmail.com, or call the station, 970-677-4119. Thank you for tuning in. News at Noon airs at noon Monday through Thursday, and then is available on demand online on our YouTube channel and our DCTV News at Noon Facebook page. Please like us there and share it with a friend. This has been a production of DCTV for the News at Noon program out of Dove Creek, Colorado, USA. I'm Kendra Cook. Thank you for watching.